Good afternoon, everyone. কি খবৰ সকলোৰে? Welcome to Smart Preps and আজি মই লৈ আহিছো English Game Changer series. Okay? আমি নতুনকৈ এটা ইংলিশৰ Game Changer series এটা আমি স্টাৰ্ট কৰিম। য'ত আমি নতুন কিছুমান শব্দ আমি লৈ আহিম, vocabulary আমি লৈ আহিম, য'তবিলাক তোমালোকক sentence formation help কৰিব। And today's topic is collocation. Okay? আমি যদি গেমটো চেঞ্জ কৰিবলৈ হয়, then we need different kinds of weapons. Okay? আমাক বেলেগ বেলেগ অস্ত্ৰ লাগিব আৰু আমাৰ weapon 1 প্ৰথম অস্ত্ৰটো হ'ল collocation. Okay? The word itself seems like যে আমি এই বস্তুটো আমি পোৱা নাই আগত। শব্দটো আমি আগতে পোৱা নাই বা শুনা নাই। আৰু যদি শুনিছো আমি ইমান এটা পঢ়া নাই। But interestingly, collocation is something যোনটো আমি আমাৰ ইংলিশৰ বেলেগ বেলেগ চ্যাপ্টাৰছত আমি পাই থাকো। Okay? Rather be it spotting error, ঠিক আছে? Sentence correction হওক, word pairs হওক, word swap বা word replacement হওক, আমি এই collocation বস্তুটো আমি পাই থাকো। আমি প্র্যাকটিস কৰি থাকো, কিন্তু আমি এই শব্দটোৰে আমি কেতিয়াও ইচ্ছা কৰি আমি ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা নাই। সো আমি ফাৰ্স্টলি জানিব লাগিব what are collocations. Okay? What are collocations? আৰু the building blocks of natural English. Okay? So collocations সে আমাক কি শিকায়, আমি কেনেকে fluently English টো আমি ক'ব পাৰো। ঠিক আছে? এটা natural flow এটা দিয়ে, এটা natural এটা আমাক rhythm এটা দিয়ে। ঠিক আছে? সো তোমালোকে চাই যোৱা। আমি প্ৰথমতে জানিম যে collocations বিলাক কি হয়? Collocations are word pairs or groups that frequently appear together in natural English speech and writing. Okay? These combinations have become established through common usage and create rhythm and flow. So আমি জানিলো যে আমাৰ collocations মানে কিছুমান word pairs আৰু কিছুমান group of words হ'ব পাৰে যি আমাক এটা natural flow, natural এটা rhythm এটা দিয়ে যোনটো English sound authentic and fluent. যদি আমি fluently English ক'ব বিচাৰো, we can learn good vocabulary words, okay, using collocations. All right. Now, native speakers recognize collocations instinctively. Phrases like make a decision, okay, make a decision, heavy rain, okay, amar eta ki use hoise, adjective use hoise. Okay, adjective use hoise, catch a cold, simply sound right to their ears. So for learners, understanding these patterns is transformative, elevating communication from merely correct to genuinely natural. Eta genuinely, eta natural ama flow diye. All okay? Now, verb plus noun. Okay? Verb plus noun, amar make a choice ahise. Okay? Then another one, adverb plus adjective, bitterly cold. And adjective plus noun, strong opinion. Okay? Opinion to ki hoy? Strong hoy. Okay? So these are various types of collocation amar word pairs jibilak ami day to day ami use kori thaku, kintu ami bostu bilak collocation hisabe ami ketiao jana nasilu. Okay? Now, why collocations matter? Collocations bilak amar important kiyo hoy? Okay? Using correct collocation is the difference between sounding like a textbook and sounding like a native speaker. When you master these natural partnerships, your English becomes more persuasive. Okay? Our English to be influential hoy jay, and it also sounds professional and authentic. Okay? Etia kisuman amar natural expression ot ami avoid awkward phrases that confuse listeners. Jeneke ami ko strong coffee, okay, but not powerful coffee. Okay? Ami ko strong coffee, kintu ketiao powerful coffee ami ketiao nako. All right. Now, enhance retention. Learning words in collocations rather than isolation dramatically improves vocabulary. ঠিক আছে? আমি word pairs ot ami collocation to ami jano improves amar vocabulary retention and recall during conversations. Amar conversation bilak ami jeta kori jam, etia ami the natural float, authentic float ami jeta word pairs bilak use kori jam, which will definitely sound professional and more persuasive. Okay? Cultural fluency eta amar thake. All right? Now, let's move on to the next slide. Eta amar kisman common types ase. Thik ase? Ami kisman types ami jani. Okay? Common types with examples moi loi hisu. Jeneke verb plus noun. Okay? So, make a mistake, do your homework. Do homework. Take a break, catch a cold, and pay attention. Pay attention ami hoday khuni thaku. Yes, ama teachers e hoday koi thake pay attention to the class. Yes, do your homework. Okay? taking a break, but take a break, yes, and making a mistake or make a mistake. All right, so this is the category of verb plus noun. Jot noun or logot ami ki add korisu, verb add korisu. All right, now see adjective plus noun. Okay, rain to ki hoy heavy, wind is strong, thought is deep, future is bright, and interest is keen. Okay, so ami noun or logot ki add korisu, adjective use korisu. All right, then we have adverb plus adjective. Deeply regret, highly unlikely, strongly agree, perfectly normal, bitterly disappointed. Okay, bitterly disappointed. Ketiaba ami highly disappointed buliu ko, but we can use this new word. Yes, so collocation se ama good vocabulary ama diye. All right, then we have noun plus noun. Okay, a surge of anger, a burst of laughter, a sense of pride, a pang of guilt. So these are certain major categories: verb plus noun, adjective plus noun, adverb plus adjective, and noun plus noun. Okay, our common types of collocations. Okay, now there are certain collocations jor pora ami okoman confusion hoy. Amar jot examiners makes us confused with the different subtle difference options. ঠিক আছে, এনেকুৱা কিছুমান options থাকিব য'ত আমি ভাবিম যে এইটো option correct, but that is not the correct option. Okay, so there are certain subtle differences that confuse the learners. Okay, যেনেকে make versus do, আমি কওঁ make a decision. Okay, we never say as do a decision. Okay, always we say make a decision. Heavy versus strong. Heavy rain, strong rain কেতিয়াও নহয়, but in case of winds we can use strong winds. ঠিক আছে, in case of winds we can use strong winds. Break versus do, break a record, but আমি কেতিয়াও নকওঁ do a record. Okay, then we have take versus make. Take a chance, আমি take a chance বুলি হে কওঁ, not make a chance. Okay, make a decision, heavy rain, break a record, take a chance. But strong বুলি ক'লে আমি heavy rain and strong winds, আমি কেতিয়াও strong rain বুলি নকওঁ. Okay, so these are certain word pairs যিবিলাক আমি অকমান confusion হৈ যায়. Okay, making a decision or taking a decision, but then there are subtle, একদম subtle অকমান difference আছে যিহে আমাক বহুত বেছি impact আমাৰ sentenceত দিব পাৰে. All right, এতিয়া চোৱা আমি এটা MCQ, আমি MCQ থ্ৰুদি আমি বস্তুবিলাক বুজি পাই লওঁ. Okay, now চোৱা ইয়াতে কি আছে, I was running late so I only had time for a dash shower. Okay, আমাৰ এটা কি আছে short shower হ'ব নেকি, যোনটো আমি বহুত uncommon হয়, আমি কেতিয়াও এনেকৈ নকওঁ. Yes, quick shower বুলি আমি কওঁ. Yes, so quick is the correct answer. এটা next option আছে fast. Okay, fast shower বুলি আমি কেতিয়াও নকওঁ. Now quick and fast means the same, relatable hoy, but the correct word pair has to be used here. Okay, so swa explanation moi ani disu. Quick shower is the natural established collocation, eta natural flow eta dise hoy ne, while short shower might occasionally be used. Ketaba ami kunbai koi dibo pare, but that is not the correct grammatically. Okay, it's far less common, and fast shower sounds distinctively non-native and obviously awkward. Fast to ami ketiao ব্যবহার নকৰো. So আমি এইটো MCQ পৰা আমি গম পালো যে আমি কেনেকে ইউজ কৰো. Yes, so আমি usage বিলাক আমি গম পালো. Now let's move to the next MCQ. So she decided to dash a new start somewhere else. Okay, she decided to dash a new start somewhere else. ইয়াতে কি আছে, make a new start, do a new start, begin a new start. Okay, etia do a new start to ami janu se hetu eta amar incorrect verb eta hoy. Okay, etia begin to amar enko lagise je begin a new start hobo pare, ami arambho kori do notun eta arambhoni, but this begin will not be correct in this statement. Okay, yate ami ki kom, she decided to make a new start. Okay, make a new start is the fixed collocation meaning to begin again, but amar juntu begin hoy, begin option to amar logical hoy. Okay, but yate amar she decided to begin with will thakile hoy to begin hobo pare. Okay, she decided to dash with a new start hole maybe begin to amar correct boleten, but amar eta ki ase, amar yate with nai, she decided to dash a new start. Okay, so this will be the correct answer, make a new start. Now our next MCQ to hol adjective oporot ঠিক আছে কি আছে ইয়াতে আমাৰ a weekend of bad weather brought dash rain and strong winds so আমাৰ কৈছিলো যে winds or লগত সদায় আমি কি ইউজ কৰিম strong ইউজ কৰিম ঠিক আছে strong আমি ইউজ কৰিম winds or লগত and আমাৰ rain or লগত আমি কি ইউজ কৰিম strong আমি rain কিটা ইউজ নকৰো serious rain is obviously not logical আমি এতে কি ইউজ কৰিম heavy rain use korim yes so my explanation lo ahisu heavy rain is the standard collocation for describing large amounts ba amar intense rainfall or strong to ami ki hor karone use koru wind or karone use koru okay I hope tumaloke buji pai asa yes or no okay now let's move to the next eta ami ahilu amar MCQ segment ot ঠিক আছে আমি বুজি পালো যে আমাৰ collocation মানে কি হয় আমাৰ correct word pairs আমি কেনেকে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিম এতিয়া আমি আহিলো আমাৰ MCQ segment so first question is the committee decided to dash an inquiry into the alleged financial irregularities okay the committee decided to dash an inquiry into the alleged financial irregularities option dise amak launch open set take okay the committee decided to launch hobo ne open hobo ne set ne take hobo ki hobo give me the answer correct answer dia amar comment section at okay I hope tumaloke buji pala now let's practice yes practice makes the man perfect so I practice korle ami buji pam je ami keneke koribo lage so this is the first MCQ please comment your answers on the chat box so yate amar answer hobo the committee decided to amar answer hobo launch okay the committee decided to launch an inquiry into the alleged financial irregularities okay I mean next to some the government must dash stringent measures to curb inflation okay the government must dash stringent measures to curb inflation okay government e kisuman strict measures lobo lage hoyne inflation to কমাব কাৰণে এতিয়া আমি কি হ'ব the government must adopt হ'ব নে the government must apply হ'ব নে execute নে enforce হ'ব what will be the answer let's see the answer the government must adopt stringent measures to curb inflation will be the answer okay next move to the next question the CEO refused to dash responsibility for the company's losses okay CEO refused to dash responsibility for the company's losses okay CEO jone refuse korile company's losses or karone responsibility to teo noloy eta ki hobo which will be the correct answer take hobo ne bear hobo ne assume ne hold the correct answer will be assume. The CEO refused to assume responsibility for the company's losses. Okay? CEO refused to assume responsibility for the company's losses. Now, next, despite repeated warnings, he continued to dash risks with public funds. Okay? Despite repeated warnings, he continued to repeated warnings jar pisotu teo continue kori thakile. Yes or no? Eta ki hobo your answer? Your answer hobo he continued to take risks with the public funds okay yate amar take hobo continue to make hobo nware carry hobo nware bearu nohoy so the correct will be the take now the witness failed to dash a convincing explanation during cross examination okay the witness failed to dash a convincing explanation ki hobo offer hobo give hobo provide hobo supply hobo okay yate ekdom extreme eta option ase junto amar supply heto amar ketiao nohoy yes supply to ami easily eliminate koribo paru etia give provide offer ei tintar bhitorot amar jikono eta he hobo yes so examiner is trying to confuse us with these words so we need to choose the correct word the witness failed to offer a convincing explanation during cross examination okay next is the opposition strongly dash objections to the proposed amendment okay the opposition strongly raised lifted made put kuntu hobo Which one will be the correct answer? The opposition strongly dash objections the proposed amendment. The opposition strongly raised objections to the proposed amendment. Okay, left to hobo nware. Yes, strongly object korise. Hare na? So raised objections. Okay. The peace talks eventually dashed due to irreconcilable differences. Okay, jibilak difference ketia ako thik koribo nwari. Hebilak difference o karne amar peace talks to amar ki hol break hol. Yes, now broke out hobo ne broke down hobo, broke off hobo, broke up hobo. Kuntu hobo? The peace talks eventually dashed due to irreconcilable differences. Which will be the correct answer? The peace talks eventually amar broke down hobo. Okay, they eventually broke down due to irreconcilable differences. The report clearly dashed light on the systemic failures. Report khone reveal korile system to fail kyo hol. Okay, the report reveals clearly that, okay, so report e ki korile shed light, cast light, gives light, throws light. The report clearly dashed light on the systemic failures. Okay, the report clearly dashed light on the systemic failure. Etia examot amar ki koribo pare direct collocation nidileo amar ei statement to di dibo using all the options. Thik ase sarita statement dibo, the report clearly throws light on the systemic failure boli dibo. Next option dibo, the report clearly gives light ahibo. Then next statement or amak dibo casts light, then amak dibo sheds light. Okay, enake sarita statement di dibo and kobo please choose the correct statement. Okay, eta hetu janibo hole ami janibo lagibo je kuntu shobdo correctly bohua goise. Yes, for that we need to know collocation. Okay, so collocation to any part of topic hoy jintu topic ami khodai ignore koru, but collocation to sub topic ode sub chapter te ami include kora hoise. Okay, so the report clearly sheds light on the systemic failure hobo. Okay, answer to the report clearly sheds light on the systemic failure. Next is the company is trying to dash its market share in Asia. The company is trying to widen hobo, enlarge hobo, expand hobo, stretch hobo. Kintu kihor kotha koise its market share. Okay, so market share to kot loi jabo is trying to dash its market share in Asia. So obviously I think expand koribo. Yes or no? The company is trying to expand, widen nohoy, enlarge nohoy, and stretch nohoy. Okay, the company is trying to expand its market share in Asia hobo. Yes, now the judge dashed a stern warning to the accused. Okay, the judge dashed a stern warning to the accused. What will be the correct answer? Pankaj Poledi say C is the correct answer. Okay, yes, Pankaj, very right. Expand was the correct answer. It's your question number 10 or answer dia. The judge dashed a stern warning to the accused. Kuntu hobo answer? Eto answer kuntu hobo. The judge dashed a stern warning to the accused. Question number 10 or answer ki hobo? The judge ki hobo? Official method jodi ami ko gave hobo niki, delivered hobo niki. Kuntu hobo? Issued hobo ne passed hobo? Pankaj Pole answer is A. Question number 10 answer A is a yes. Very good, Pankaj. The judge issued a stern warning to the accused will be the correct answer. Very good, Pankaj. Okay. Now, let's see the next question. The policy aims to dash economic growth without harming the environment. Okay. The policy aims to dash economic growth without harming the environment. Ki hobo? Foster hobo, raise hobo, boost hobo, ne build hobo. Policy to enekwa dhorone bonua koise je amar economic growth koraise but environment ok harm nokorake. Yes, so which will be the correct word used before economic growth in the dash? The policy aims to foster, raise, boost, build. Question number 11 or answer ki hobo? Answer dia. Question number 11 answer dia. Question number 11 answer Pankaj Palali says C. Okay, the policy aims to boost. All right, ঠিক আছে আমি চাইলো answer to the policy aims to foster. Okay, foster economic growth without harming the environment. Okay, next question, the sudden resignation dash doubts about internal conflicts. Sudden resignation dash aroused, provoked, raised, stirred. কোনটো শব্দ হ'ব aroused, provoked, raised, stirred. Okay, so আমি অপশনৰ পৰাও কিছুমান আমি নতুন নতুন কিছুমান আমি শব্দ আমি জানিব পাৰিছো. Yes, আমাৰ স্টেটমেন্টটো আমি কিছুমান নতুন শব্দ পাইছো, অপশনটো আমি কিছুমান এনেকুৱা ওয়ার্ডস পাইছো যিবিলাক আমি সাধাৰণতে আমি ব্যৱহাৰ নকৰো. সো যেতিয়া নতুন শব্দ পাইছা, please note down in your copies. Okay, write their meanings and also start using in your sentences. Okay, যদি পাৰা নিজৰ ইংলিশত কথাবিলাক কওঁতে এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ শব্দবোৰ ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা আৰম্ভ কৰা. Okay, তেতিয়া আমাৰ কি হয় collocation আমাৰ কি বুজাইছে যে আমাৰ ইংলিশটো আমাৰ এটা natural flow দিয়ে and obviously a very fluent English. Yes, so the sudden resignation dash doubts about internal conflicts. The sudden resignation কি হ'ব raised. Okay, okay, see this? Yes, very good. Raised doubts about internal conflicts. Next question, the minister tried to dash blame onto the previous administration. The minister tried to dash blame onto the previous administration. Ki hobo your answer? Shift, move, push, transfer. The minister tried to shift blame, move blame, push blame, na transfer blame hobo. Bare bare options keta sentence to use kori kori swa. যে লজিক্যাল লাগিছে নে শুনিবলে ভাল হৈছে নে ন্যাচারাল এটা ফ্লো দিছে নে কাৰণ কি আমি পঢ়িছো যে কলোকেশনে আমাক এটা ন্যাচারাল ফ্লো দিয়ে. Yes or no? So শুনাৰ যদি ভুল লাগিছে illogical লাগিছে then that cannot be the correct word. Okay, okay, Pankaj দিছে D, transfer blame. Okay, ভালকে আকমান পঢ়ি চোৱাচোন. Transfer usable? আমাৰ commonly usage হয় নে transfer শব্দটো? ভালকে আকমান পঢ়ি চোৱা. The minister tried to dash blame onto the previous administration. Akobar pohi swasun je transfer dile bhal hobo ne minister kotha koise. Minister transfer blame hobo ne push ne move ne shift eta appropriate word hobo kuntu hobo. The minister tried to shift the blame hobo. Okay, the minister tried to shift blame. All right, shift blame onto the previous administration. Now next question, the scientist's theory was initially dashed with skepticism. Okay, skepticism mane kiba nohoy kiba ta doubt ase he theory tut. Okay, so scientist or theory tut ami kiba ta doubt eta ami paisu, doubtful theory. Okay, so now scientist's theory was initially dashed with skepticism. Okay, initially met with skepticism, faced, seen or viewed. Okay, okay Pankaj, okay, now please answer the question number 14. Okay, ki hobo your answer? The scientist's theory was initially met, initially faced, initially seen, initially viewed. Okay, ki hobo answer to? The scientist's theory was initially dashed with skepticism, initially viewed. Okay, but scientist or theory to with skepticism paisile. Yes or no? The scientist theory was initially met with skepticism hobo. Okay, etu sentence or etu kotha koi thaka nai je kunbai view korise scientist or theory to. Okay, it is saying about the theory itself. So theory to jetia initially doubtful asile, so we can use the word met here because the scientist theory was initially met with skepticism. Kisman doubtful bostu ami theory to ami paisilu. Okay, faced buri hole kitao wrong hobo. Okay, seen no hoy, viewed no hoy. It is not talking about the audience who is viewing the theory. Okay, it is talking about the theory which was initially met with skepticism. Understood? Buji pala? Okay, let's move to the next question. The country is facing an dash shortage of skilled labor. The country is facing an dash shortage with labor. It is why the bostu. Yeah, that's why the country is facing an ase. A dash to rocket ki ase an ase. Yes, so n বিলাক আমাৰ তা মানে vowelৰ আগত আহিব yes যিবিলাক শব্দ a e i o u দি start হয় এতিয়া সোৱা কিছুমান অপশনছত s দি start হৈছে critical and serious we can omit this আমি eliminate কৰিব পাৰো yes the country is facing an dash shortage of skilled labor so এতিয়া আমাৰ ডাউট আছে acute and extreme এটা এই দুটাৰ ভিতৰতে আমাক এক্সামিনাৰে আমাক কনফিউজ কৰাইছে the country is facing an extreme shortage of skilled labor নে acute কোনটো হ'ব question number 15 the country is facing the answer will be acute the answer will be option A okay acute hobo the committee will dash a final decision next week the committee will answer dia etu ki hobo the committee will dash a final decision next week কি হ'ব decision next week take do make or reach কি হ'ব মই কৈছিলো যে decision make a decision take a decision or ওপৰ আমাৰ confusion থাকে yes see how that is কেনেকৈ ইউজ হৈছে হেতু আমাৰ a final decision next week the committee will take a final decision হ'ব do the committee will take a final decision মানে যেতিয়া word to final decision আছে তা মানে হয়তো আগতেও কেবাটাও decision লইট হৈছে এটা final decision to লব okay so the committee will reach okay the committee will reach a final decision next week will be the answer মানে finally committee এটা final decision গৈ পাব okay now let's see the next question the new law is expecting consequences the new law is expected consequences কি হ'ব answer the new law is expected to dash far reaching consequences expected to carry হ'ব expected to bear কি হ'ব the new law is expected to কি হ'ব have bring bear carry what will be the answer let's check the new law is expected to have far reaching consequences will be the answer okay next the speaker failed to dash the audience's attention okay the speaker failed to dash the audience's attention grab seize catch or take কোনটো হ'ব grab seize catch or take the speaker failed to grab seize catch or take কি হবে এটা আমার आंसर question number 18 এর आंसर কি হবে the speaker failed to seize the audience's attention hobo answer okay catch take aru grab ami correct usage amar nohoy jot neki ami bhabibo paro je grab may be the correct answer but grab is not the correct word okay ami informally kotha kote hoyto eto ame byabohar koru kintu actually seize fail to seize the audience attention the speaker failed okay failed ase and amar ki dise audience or attention or kotha koise okay so the speaker failed to seize the audience's attention okay next question the organization must dash transparency in all its operations okay the organization must dash transparency in all its operations option is say ensure okay secure assure and ensure so ki hobo ensure ta enuka shobdo junto ami financially ami byabohar koru okay ensure mane ekdom certainly ami outcome to ami outcome ৰ কথা কও secure মানে আমি security protection ৰ কথা কও assurance মানে কিবা এটা action আমি কৰো okay যে আমি হেতু action ৰ পৰা আমি assurance পাও yes so now the organization must dash transparency in all its operations okay so শব্দ কেটা চাইলবা ensure secure assure ensure Okay, এতিয়া কিহৰ কথা কৈছে transparency in all its operations যত ensure to অকল financial related আমি কথাটো পাতো so ensure will not be the option yes assure আৰু ensure মাজত হ'ব so কি হ'ব the organization must certainly আমাক এটা guarantee আমাক দিব লাগে this organization to transparently সব operations আমাৰ কৰিব yes so I think ensure will be the correct answer okay let's check the organization must ensure transparency mumote hobo lage let's check yes ensure is the correct answer the organization must ensure transparency in all its operations okay let's move to the next the project was abandoned due to a dash lack of funding okay the project was abandoned the project was lagged behind okay the project was left behind kisuman bostu nasile okay so the project was abandoned due to a lack of funding nasile karone eta due to a dash lack of funding kuntu hobo sheer lack of funding absolute complete total kuntu hobo sheer absolute complete total sheer absolute complete total kuntu hobo which will be the correct option the project was abandoned due to a absolute hobo niki complete total na sheer hobo kuntu hobo the project was abandoned due to a sheer it a lack of funding to bahut beshi important hoy amar eta project start koribo karone hoy ne so jetia eta bostu bahut beshi important and nothing can be substituted other than this then we can use the word sheer means very powerful okay very important okay this word is used for those things so due to a sheer lack of funding mumote hobo lage okay rather than these words egitatke sobatke closest option sheer hobo okay so sheer lack of funding so sheer is the correct option okay clear so this was all about all the 20 MCQs related to collocation ঠিক আছে collocation এটা এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ টপিক যেটো আমি সদায় ইগনোৰ কৰি আহিছো ঠিক আছে আমি যদিও সেই শব্দটো শুনিছো কিন্তু আমি নাজানো যে আমি অলৰেডি হেতু প্ৰেক্টিস কৰি আছো বেলেগ বেলেগ চ্যাপ্টাৰত বাট collocation টোৱে যে আমি collocation টো কেনেকৈ কৰে কেনেকৈ আমি এপ্লাই কৰিব লাগে ওকে কেনেকৈ সেন্টেন্স ফৰ্মেশনত বা সেন্টেন্স কাৰেকশনত বা ওয়াৰ্ড ৰিপ্লেসমেন্টত ওয়াৰ্ড আমাৰ স্ব্যাপত ওকে কিতাবা আমাৰ ডাইৰেক্ট স্পিচত আমাৰ কিছু ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা হয় কোনটো ভাৰ্ব কাৰেক্ট হয় এডভাৰ্ব ইউজ হৈছে নে এটো প্যাসিভ ভয়েসৰ পৰা এক্টিভ টাৰ্ন কৰোতে কিবিলা কোনবিলা ভাৰ্ব বা এডভাৰ্ব আমি কাটিব লাগে এলিমিনেট কৰিব লাগে হেকিটা অপচন সো হেবিলাক জানিবৰ কাৰণে আমি টোটালি আমি জানিব লাগিব যে কোনটো ওয়াৰ্ড পেয়াৰ কাৰেক্ট হয় টু ইউজ ইন দা পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ সেন্টেন্স এন্ড তাৰ কাৰণে আমি কি জানিব লাগিব দ্য বেসিক okay so the basic is collocation so more ekdom sobotke juntu amar game changer juntu amar moi loi hisu series he series or moi prothom topic to he karone collocation loi hisu karon collocation to eneka ta bostu juntu ami prothomote ami arambho korile ami hoyto baki bilak topic ami easily gom pabo paru okay so আমি বেসিক খিনি আমি জানিলো তিনটা মান MCQ দি আমি গম পালো কমন টাইপস বিলাক আমি গম পালো verb noun adjective noun adverb adjective and noun plus noun আমি বেলেগ বেলেগ টাইপ আমি গম পালো and এটা যদি আমি MCQ বিলাক পঢ়িলো তেতিয়াও আমি গম পালো যে adjective কোট ইউজ হৈছে কোনটো adverb হয় কোনটো verb হয় yes collocation কি বস্তু আমি গম পালো and আমাৰ ইংলিশ গেম চেঞ্জাৰ সিৰিজৰ সবতকে প্ৰথম অস্ত্ৰ আমাৰ সবতকে বেসিক যেটো আমাৰ দৰকাৰ collocation আমি হেতু আজি শিকিলো with 20 MCQs ঠিক আছে আমি বেসিক খিনি গম পালো এতিয়া আমি ডেইলি আমি কিছুমান নতুন কিছুমান আমি টপিক লৈ আহিম যিয়ে তোমালোকক নতুন vocabulary তোমালোকক শিকাব ওকে সেন্টেন্স কেনেকৈ ফৰ্ম কৰে হেতু শিকাব ওকে অ্যাক্টিভ প্যাসিভ ভয়েস হেবিলাক তো কমন আমি সদায় কৰিয়ে থাকো এক্সামৰ সময়ত কিন্তু বেসিক খিনি আমি ফাউন্ডেশন লেভেল টু আমি গম পাম ইংলিশৰ আমাৰ ইংলিশ কবলৈ আমাৰ ভাল লাগিব হয়নে সো হেকাৰণে প্ৰথম টপিক তো মই collocation লৈ আহিছিলো concept clarity আৰু accuracy লগত okay so now let's meet to the next session okay until then keep working hard yes goodbye